have I got for you today? What a treat. Look at this. Hype magazine issue 11. So Hype magazine, for those of you who don't know, was Australian magazine that was put out in, I think they started in what, late 80s, was it? Maybe early 90s. This one's about 91, and the reason this is so special for me is this is the first copy I ever bought. This isn't the actual copy I bought, long since lost, but Exit, or Broke, as he also writes, is so him and his brother Seas. Am I getting that right? Yeah, of course. Seas and Broke, yes, Gold Coast. So they still have all the old Hype stuff, all the old print files and all that. This is before Photoshop. I'm going to go into that in a bit, but they still got them, and they're doing reprints. And this is a reprint of issue 11. And when I saw they'd done it, so they've got a load of, I'll link them underneath actually. I'll link the Big Cartel, because you've got to go and have a look at this stuff if you're into old graph. They've done a bunch of reprints of their old mags, and it's just pure gold, in my opinion. Pure gold, pure history. Check it out. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hype, issue 11. Here we go. Let's dip. So, look at this. So, like I said, right, all pre-Photoshop. For those of you who sort of brought up on Photoshop, this was all done by hand before Photoshop. You cut out bits of paper and you literally collage them onto another bit of paper, and then you put it through like a photocopier or what's the other, like a Gestetner. You couldn't put the Gestetner machine. Gestetners are like, I mean, kids today would just think Gestetners were like out of Stone Age or something. This would be photocopied, and then they do like a, they might even do like a print plate for it or something. It was, printing was really expensive business as well. I know, because I did a bit of print back in the late 90s, I think it was, and God, it was expensive business printing a comic. I had to get sponsored for the price. It cost thousands, literally thousands to do it. I had to get finance for it and all that. It was so expensive. Anyway, you can see this is all literally pasted together. It's what I love about the feel of it. I love it, so homemade. And then you've got photos that are sort of collaged on bits of paper with the credits on. Fantastic. Totally love it. By the way, don't you just love that logo? Is that logo not just like the greatest logo ever? Fantastic. So let's get into it. Where is that? Prince Sydney. I've got to be careful now, because Pops has pointed out that one of my things that I tend to miss the obvious a lot of the time. I think it's because maybe it's because my eyesight is not as good as it used to be, or maybe it's just because I'm concentrating on the wrong thing. Who knows? Anyway, no, that's Prince Sydney. I don't know who that is. Anyway, there, that's the man himself. Exit, Broke, one of the brothers. They're twins. Exit and Seas, famous hip hop twins from Australia. They're still around. They're both still active. Both still doing it. And I'll try and remember to link them up and all in the description. So some great pieces there. I used to love this guy's style. Rowe from Germany. I wonder what he's doing now. He did some amazing pieces, this guy. Dero, bit of a legend, obviously. You should all know who he is. Puzzle, this guy. Great bunch of styles. Very prolific at this time. Nice bit on Ice Cube there. Bit of a letters page there. I'll get into that. Now look at this. When I saw that character, I just went, oh, I think that's probably the greatest character I've ever seen in my life. Beautiful dark blue reflected light. Can you see there? An underlight. It's just fantastic, that piece. And I love the kind of thrown together nature, like it's unfinished at the top. A lot of Exit stuff is often very sketchy, bit unfinished, that kind of stuff. He's got a fabulous sort of pure art feel about him, about his work. I've loved him as an artist for for as long as I've seen his work, which is 91. You know, that's when I became familiar with him. And we all knew about Hype magazine because I think it had been advertised in Hip Hop Connection, but getting hold of them was quite another matter. It was really difficult. I can't even remember where I got it eventually. I remember I saw a bunch of them on sale one time. I think it was Tower Records, actually. I think it was Tower Records on Piccadilly Circus, as used to be. Gotta miss that place as well, Tower Records. That was amazing. It was amazing for this sort of stuff. Every so often, you know, just suddenly came across like 8 issues of Hype magazine. Snap them all up, you know, straight away. Wild Style, this is by Broke as well. What a great piece. Fantastic piece. Stop wagging me finger in the way so you can see it. Another puzzle piece there. Beautiful piece there. This guy as well. Look at the graphic style of that, the graphic nature of that. Really tight lines, straight letters, no sort of, no kind of clever embellishments or fading or anything like that. Just a really graphic style. Hard edges. Beautiful, really beautiful piece. Gorgeous punch piece there. It's got a bit of a Cobalt 60-ish kind of feel to it with the, you know, straight letter, really beautifully painted straight letters behind a sort of rocky landscape. Very Cobalt 60. Cobalt 60 himself there on this beautiful piece. Muted colour palette. Really great. Gorgeous little sort of he's used a lot of slight flaring in his fill and stuff there. That's a lovely piece. Jerk, Sydney. This piece I was fascinated by. Fascinating. This is one of the pieces I really remembered from this edition. And bear in mind I haven't seen the pages of this for years and years and years. I really remembered this piece. Stein by the Stone Age Kids. I even love that name and all. The Stone Age Kids. Love the fill. Pale blue, and it's just a shade darker for the detailing. And excuse me, back end of a cold as usual. Standalone letters. Great sort of pinky orangey key line. That is a beautiful piece. It's just great. Straight letters, but really graphy feel to them. Worked hard to sort of design a really gorgeous graphy font there. Love it. Love that piece. The legend that is Lee Quinones here. I mean, he was doing mad stuff by this point. He'd been painting for what, 20 years at this point on handball courts. This looks like a handball court as well. And he was dropping this kind of stuff, which was frankly mind-blowing. Nice little drama panel piece there. Sweden had a very big scene. What Sweden scene? Anybody know what Sweden scene's like nowadays? Any Swedish writers out there who are watching this? What's it like nowadays? Was fantastic. People like Pike. He was very active in Sweden. He was like, he's probably the most. I guess he was probably the most famous writer coming out of Sweden at that point. This is a great train here, and my eyesight ain't good enough to be able to see who it is now, but I love that. And that character there, I remember biting that character shamelessly, and it's just such a beautiful graffiti character. It's very tiny. I don't know if you can see it. Bit of black and white here. This guy's style, I love this guy's style. Jealous. And I wondered, we'll get to it later, but I wondered if he might be the same guy as, is it Devise? Can't remember. Anyway, we'll get to it. I'll point it out when we get there. Uprock cover. You can just see the background there. Very oldie schooly. I mean, all this, look at that, all this pasted together. You know, just absolutely love a little character there, you know, covered in feeler. Hype. It was so inspiring, this stuff. Characters everywhere, characters and letters, and just driving me mad with creative buzz, this stuff. Filling my head with ideas, you know. Lots of nice panels here, stuff like that. Just great sort of straight letter fonts. Big, is that a wall? Yeah, big old wall there. Oh, it's another Swedish piece, that one. No, it isn't. It's German. Sorry. It's because the credits are all over the place. That's a Swedish piece. Big Swedish train piece. Big ridgy panel piece. A couple of interviews with Deck and Sir. Used to love all this black and white outlines. Oh, it's like crack cocaine for graffiti writers. This stuff. This was my favourite one by Data. He's used that fabulous kind of like horizontal vertical arrow business here, which I just think is perfect. I just love that. Just absolutely love that. And within it, you've got fairly straight letters, but disguised with the arrows. And yeah, great. Just great. On the Run, Quick, who I mistakenly mentioned was dead because somebody had given me some bad info. Again, sorry, Quick. I can't remember who told me that. Turned out to be wrong, anyway. On the Run, yes, this is On the Run, still going strong, of course. Still putting out lots of great stuff, do marker lines and all that kind of thing. Look at this for a centre spread. So this is Deck. What a great take on a modern art piece. This is 91, you know. People were doing some really great work. Not just stuff that, because the art world's always been snotty about graffiti. You know, we expect that. But thoughtful, that's a really thoughtful character. Sort of pastiche or satire on a modern art, on a take on modern art. It's terrific. Really, really clever. Really good. Love that. Love it. God, look at these. I don't even know what all this is. Colour spray, Tucson leather colour spray. Tucson, I think that's an Aussie. I can't remember Tucson ever been available in the UK. Don't think we had any of that. Kill Rust, no, none of that. I think it's all Australian paint. Pump Up the Can, Aerosol Art Exhibition. They had a really amazing scene in Australia at this time. I think they still do, from what I've heard. I think it's still pretty cool. This is great. All this tiny culture shock. The thing to remember about this time is a lot more people were writing as well. It was a very exciting time because even though techniques have improved and paint has improved, the thing that in some ways hasn't improved is people don't take as many risks anymore. I mean, we were doing all sorts of mad stuff back then. Yeah, there's some great creativity now. I mean, you know, I don't think anybody on the scene now could be disappointed in the stuff that's coming out. It's amazing. But people were doing it. I mean, look at the style. Look at the style variation, just from that to that to that. It's and this is all Australia. You know, some really, really mad stuff. Great comic stuff. The effect. Look at these brilliant characters. I'm assuming that this will be Exit who's done this. That's hilarious. Just great characters. Great standalone characters. Fabulous. All this, got this mashed stuff, you know, all mashed together. Just all the stuff. I mean, look at that. All that's the Kid Frost, De La Soul, Rhyme Syndicate Management. Just all this stuff. Big Daddy K in here. It's all music and hip hop kind of. It's like taking all the hip hop stuff we loved and just jamming it in, kind of. It's annoying, isn't it? That shadow there. There we go. See if that's any better. I remember seeing this Chrome Angels piece by Mode 2. I'm just thinking, wow, I think we've gone to the next level, chaps. He's done some amazing pieces like that. Mystery. I remember there was a big sort of craze for kind of like graph as it began to move into modern art, and this was very similar to, well, that's a good example of it. Oh, here's Row. Look at that for a beautiful piece. Bear in mind, a lot of these pieces illegal. Look at how tight the lines are, and how beautifully kind of conceived that piece is and executed. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, fantastic. Fame. Oh, did somebody tell me Fame had died? Somebody told me Fame had died. Rest in peace, Fame. If again, you know, information. I don't know, because I never knew him, but we all revered Fame for his for his underground pieces. And look at that, he's got 2 lizard characters, 2 Bode characters, and these beautiful kind of arrow pieces he used to do. Fantastic. So good. Fame, IBS. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Deck. Is that deck? That deck. Sorry, eyesight not good enough to be able to see this stuff anymore. Boaster. Look at these styles. Can you see the style? Nice one colour style. Lovely Boaster dub there. Not technically a dub, it's got a white 3D, but you know. Devise. This is that guy I was talking about. Very similar to the Jealous style. Got a sort of, you know, you can see that's a font basically. That's a beautiful font he's put together there. These letters that all fit just great. Really good. It's all good stuff. What a great b-boy, Peter F. B-boy All Stars. This guy done a lot of b-boys like this, and they're just put together perfect. You know, just brilliant for the time as well. I mean, that's like illustration quality stuff. You know, professional illustration I'm talking about. That's just top quality. Loved this piece, Hardcore. Remember this? TCF. And it's all great, isn't it? Again, look at that. That's thrown together in that kind of mad, chaotic kind of graphic design-y kind of way. Oh, look at that. So look at the shading on this one. Devise Gold Coast. Look at the beautiful shade on that. The subtleties on those tram lines on his hair. Gorgeous kind of like shadow he's put up there. That is just fantastic. Still love it. This is from when Steam went to Los Angeles, and Hip Hop Connection done a little section on Steam, because Steam I think was running HC's graph page at that point, the Peacebook page, and this was around the time 90. This would be around the time that Hex. This is Hex, the legendary Hex. He's still going. He was battling Slick, another legendary graph writer, and the work that came out of their battle is still some of the best walls that we've ever seen in graph. If you don't know about that battle, punch it into YouTube. Hex and Slick graffiti battle, Los Angeles, and bearing in mind it's 30 odd years ago, well, probably nearer 35 now, and it's just, the quality is just, it'll blow you away. Blow you away, the quality of the characters and the work they were doing. Amazing work. Lots of other good stuff. That's the thing that pops out to me really there. Just so good. Got your adverts here. I bet they ain't got any of those anymore. Look at them. $12 each. Probably cost you double that to even ship them to the UK. But yeah, that's it. That's the back. So they're on these lovely sort of double spread pieces as well. Can't remember who's done that. It's a German writer, I think, who's done this. Can't remember. Look, his exits tagged me the name on there. Exit sees. Yeah, top man, proper pure artist. Just sort of, you know, very rough around the edges. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying that. His work is it's got such a purity about it. I will link him up in the link his Instagram in the description. So that was Hype Magazine issue 11, and like I say, go to their web shop, grab some for yourself, have a look if you're interested in old school graph.